In your kit, you have received 2 Sahri silk fabrics that have been adhered to copy paper. That's how we make our book cloth. You will also receive 2 jelly prints on copy paper that we created for you, and they've already been cut to size of your journal, as well as your composition book. Let's get started on assembling this altered journal. One of the things that I like to do to make things easier for myself is I find the center of the book, and you can sort of see it here when you push it together. There's a little gap, and I go ahead and just open it up. That way I can see both the front and the back cover. Now I use wax paper as my glue protector sheets, and I put them up underneath the flaps of the book on both sides. That just keeps my pages of my composition book clean and clear of glue or whatever else I might be working on. At our workshops, we would have handed out glue sticks to help you adhere the materials that we have for the covers of the book. And it also makes cleanup a whole lot easier. Here in the studio today, I'm going to use Mod Podge because I have time to let it dry. And I like the way that it adheres fabrics. So I'm going to begin by putting some Mod Podge out and using a sponge brush just to move it all over the cover and spread it out. I'm going to take some of my book cloth, the Sahri that we've put on the copy paper. Now for the kits, we used a heat and bond. It's an adhesive sheet that you can iron onto fabric. And then we take that and we iron it on to copy paper because Sahri silk is rather thin. So I'm just going to press that down really well. I'm going to come and do the other side. And I'm going to put some glue down, take my sponge brush, spread it out evenly. Take my second sheet of book cloth. And I'm going to make sure that I leave an overhang of 1 inch, at least on both sides. I'm going to put it down, bring it up to the edge of the spine. I can still see some of my composition book, so I'm going to lift it and move it over a little bit more. There we go. Now I've left an overhang on both the top and the bottom. Now if you get any glue on your spine, it's going to dry clear. But I usually try to wipe it up as I see it. I'm going to press that down just firmly just to make sure that it's adhered well. Okay. I think I'm ready to turn it over. All right. Now I'm going to take my glue sheets and I'm going to move it to the back. Put it on my surface and then put my cover down. And the reason why I want to do that is because I'm going to go around and glue these edges because I'm going to turn them up. So before I glue, I'm going to come along and take my fabric book cloth, and I'm going to just fold it along the edges just to get me a crease going. I'm going to come along on all the sides and crease that. Okay. So now I'm ready to take my glue brush And I'm going to put glue in that corner. And I'm going to take that corner and I'm going to make a triangle. I'm going to make sure that that book cloth is tight up against the edge of the book. And then make my triangle. I'm going to do the same for here in this corner as well. Putting glue down. Sometimes you'll find with these glue brushes, they hold a lot of glue. Okay, again, I'm going to bring the corner of this book cloth up, create a tight triangle, and make sure that it's tied up against the edge of the composition book. Make my triangle, press that down. And I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to come over I'm going to fold that over. Making sure that's good up and tight along the edge of the composition book. Okay. Now you may need to find that you may need to hold it in the corners just a little bit until that glue takes. Okay. I'll go ahead and do this side. Fold that up. Make sure it's tied along the composition book. Okay, I'll have to hold that little corner down for a minute. Okay, all right, I can come up here and do the same up here. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and add my end sheet to the inside cover. Spreading the glue, make sure I have it evenly applied. And making sure I have enough on these edges, because the fabric's going to soak up some of the glue. I need to add a little bit more glue because it's already starting to dry. Okay, I think I have enough glue down. So you'll notice there's curved edges that matches up to your composition book. So I'm going to take this corner here, put it into the seam of the book, and it should fit pretty well because we pre-cut them. But not all composition books are made the same, so you may have to trim some of yours if you find that it's a little bit bigger than your sheet, than your book. Okay. There we go. And just press that down really well to help that make contact. All right, I'm going to move over to the other side. Put my glue sheet there. And let me put a glue sheet up underneath here as well. I'm going to do the same thing to this back cover as I did to the front. Okay, so I've noticed one of my end papers are a little bit longer than my composition cover book. So I'm going to just curl that down a little bit, and then I'm going to bring my scissors, and I'm going to come around and just clip that edge that's coming out. And I curl that down a little bit so I can get it away from my cover so I don't cut my cover. And then just take my scissors and trim that off. There. Take that and push that back down. Okay, so we just completed our Sahri silk fabric cover journals. Hope you had fun making this journal. And if you aren't able to get a kit, there's another video that's going to show you how to prep fabric to make this journal yourself. See you next time.